How many times have you found yourself doing everything right, being charming, attentive, and thoughtful, only to be left wondering why she's lost interest? Most men think women choose their partners based on looks or money. But the truth is much deeper than that. Women don't always choose the best man. They choose the man who triggers something deep inside them: instinct, emotion, and subconscious trust. In this video, we're diving into the hidden psychology of female attraction, according to Machiavelli. It's not about what she says she wants. It's about what her biology and subconscious mind are really responding to. If you've ever wondered why you've been ghosted after a perfect date, or why she seemed so into you but lost interest so quickly, this video will reveal the silent rules of female selection that most men never understand. Stick with us until the end, and you'll learn how to stop guessing, how to stop being the guy she enjoys and start being the one she commits to. Once you understand these 5 silent rules, you'll not just attract women, you'll attract the right kind of woman. Let's dive in and explore how you can become the man women truly choose, not because you beg for it, but because you became the man who no longer has to. Most men mistakenly think that women want emotional safety, but what they really want is a sense of safety that allows them to surrender, not control. This is where many men go wrong. They confuse emotional safety with softness. But women don't want a therapist, they want a leader. A woman seeks a man who remains calm in chaos, sharp under stress, and silent under pressure. This kind of man doesn't collapse when tested. Instead, he stays grounded, focused, and composed. His presence alone makes her feel anchored, allowing her to relax and trust him enough to embrace her feminine energy. Imagine you're at a social event, and a woman is observing you for the first time. You're not loud or chasing her approval. Instead, you talk calmly, listen with intent, and walk like a man with direction. Other men are trying to impress, but you remain unbothered, and she notices that. She may not fully understand why, but she's intrigued. If you're already in a relationship, things play out similarly. Let's say she brings up a sensitive topic. Maybe it's about your ex, and she's emotional or accusatory. If you become reactive, defensive, or start justifying yourself, she loses trust in your leadership. But if you stay grounded, breathe, and listen without losing your composure, she will feel anchored, secure in the fact that you can handle the storm without losing yourself. Remember, the most powerful men are not reactive. They are responsive. Control your body and breathe deeply when emotions rise. Speak less, but let your presence do the talking. Because the woman who truly chooses you doesn't want a man who pleases her emotions. She wants the one who remains unshaken by them. Women are not attracted to what they understand. They are drawn to what they wonder about. It's the mystery, the intrigue, the unknown that sparks their attraction. Predictability, on the other hand, kills the excitement. The more you reveal yourself too quickly, the less powerful you become in her mind. Carl Jung famously said that we're not drawn to things we can control. Similarly, when a woman feels like she knows everything about you, she stops seeking your attention. However, when she has to guess what you're thinking, where your attention lies, and what your next move will be, that's when her curiosity is piqued, and attraction deepens. If you're single and meeting her for the first time, engage with calm pauses in conversation. Don't rush to fill the silence. Listen more than you speak, allowing tension to build. Don't constantly chase her with texts or over-explain yourself. Instead, disappear without warning, not out of disrespect, but because you are focused and have other priorities. This creates a mystery that keeps her wondering, where is he? What's on his mind? In relationships, keeping a part of yourself sacred is essential. You don't need to share every single emotion or every thought in your head. By having a sacred space of independence, she can't help but feel engaged. You don't need to explain your value to her. Let your behavior demonstrate it, piece by piece. It's not about explaining who you are, it's about letting her discover you gradually through your actions and presence. The more she has to wonder, the more her attraction grows. Women don't choose men in a vacuum. They choose men based on how others perceive them. If you're invisible to others, you will become invisible to her as well. On the flip side, if people respect you, admire you, and seek your attention, something shifts in her psychology. Suddenly, you're not just a man. You're a prize, someone who has value in the eyes of others. Machiavelli believed that power is not just about what you hold, but about how others perceive you. The same holds true in attraction. If you walk into a room and no one notices, you'll likely be overlooked by her. However, if people react to your presence, speak highly of you, or show respect towards you, she will begin to view you as someone of value. Your attention is now perceived as something that carries weight because others see you as someone worthy. If you're single, imagine entering a social gathering. You're not seeking validation from anyone, but your presence is undeniable. You don't chase attention, you command it effortlessly. Maybe someone compliments you, or people notice your confident walk and demeanor. She can sense that you are wanted by others, and that alone elevates your value in her eyes. Suddenly, she sees you in a different light. She knows that your attention is valuable. In a relationship, maintaining your value is just as important. Don't let the relationship soften you or make you invisible to the outside world. Keep leveling up physically, mentally, and socially. Keep earning respect from others. Even after years of being together, when other women glance at you or friends still seek your advice, she feels reassured that you're still a man of value. She knows she has to keep earning your presence and that you are not just shrinking into the relationship, you are continuing to grow and maintain your value. True power comes from the respect and admiration of others. Build your reputation, grow your purpose, and let people acknowledge your worth. When you do this, attention won't be something you have to chase, it will naturally find you. Real power in relationships is not about shouting orders or trying to control the other person. It's about setting the tone emotionally, so that others naturally adjust to you. In love, this power is known as emotional leadership. Women are constantly testing to see if you can stay grounded when emotions run high, if you can maintain control when things get chaotic. Carl Jung's teachings emphasize the importance of inner stability and balance. The man who can remain calm when emotions surge, whether in a heated argument or in moments of emotional turmoil, becomes the anchor in the relationship. A woman will look to see if you can handle her emotional waves without losing your own center. This ability to remain emotionally solid makes you the emotional leader, the one she relies on for stability. If you're single, imagine this. You meet her, and she's playful one day, distant the next. She may test your emotional state to see how you react. Most men would chase her energy, mirroring her moods. But you remain calm, centered, and unaffected. You don't change your pace to match hers. You lead her energy by staying grounded in your own. She may not even realize it, but she begins to follow your emotional lead. In relationships, these emotional tests become even more important. Let's say she starts an argument. Maybe it's about something trivial or maybe it's more serious. The most powerful response is not to raise your voice or react defensively. Instead, stay calm, pause, and hold your frame. By not reacting emotionally, you set the emotional tone for the situation, giving her a sense of safety and trust. She may yell, cry, or become upset, but if you stay centered, she will feel secure in the fact that you can handle her without losing yourself. Emotional leadership is not about controlling her feelings. It's about modeling emotional maturity and providing a steady foundation. As Jung would say, you can't control the storm, but you can learn to stand still in the middle of it. This kind of emotional stability makes you someone she can trust and depend on, which ultimately draws her closer to you. The strongest men are those who don't need to cling to anyone or anything. In relationships, this is where real power lies, not in being constantly available or agreeing with everything, but in having the strength to walk away when necessary. Machiavelli understood that the true ruler is the one who does not need the crown, who is not desperate for validation or approval. The same principle applies to relationships. A man who is willing to walk away without fear demonstrates his strength and self-respect. Women may love your loyalty, but they will respect you most when they see that you have limits. When you stop fearing the loss of a relationship, that's when the real power dynamic shifts. If you're single and a woman tests your patience or becomes emotionally inconsistent, the worst thing you can do is chase her or over-explain yourself. Instead, by walking away, without drama or resentment, you show her that your time, attention, and energy are valuable. This sudden absence makes her realize that you are not just like every other man who is chasing her. You're a man with boundaries, and that is incredibly attractive. In a long-term relationship, if she consistently disrespects your boundaries, it's not about arguing or pleading. It's about pulling back your presence. If you've communicated your expectations and she continues to violate them, don't try to convince her with words. Instead, pull away emotionally, physically, or both. This isn't out of anger, but out of self-respect. By doing so, you show her that you will not sacrifice yourself or your standards for anyone, especially for someone who doesn't respect you. As Machiavelli would say, if being loved requires you to self-abandon, then being feared is the only honorable path. The man who can walk away is the one who holds the power in the relationship. He is not controlled by neediness or fear of losing her. Rather, he controls the relationship by maintaining his own identity and standards. The woman who knows you can walk away without hesitation will respect you, desire you, and understand that she must earn your presence, not take it for granted. Now that you understand the 5 silent rules of female selection, it's time to shift your mindset. This isn't about trying to impress or chase validation. It's about becoming the kind of man who doesn't need to be chosen, because you've already chosen yourself. You've become a man who leads emotionally, who stays grounded in chaos, who doesn't bend to please others, and who isn't afraid to walk away when necessary. The man women truly choose is not the loudest, the most agreeable, or the most predictable. It's the man who moves with certainty, who maintains his standards, and who knows his own worth. He doesn't need to prove himself because his presence speaks for him. He isn't desperate for affection. He commands respect by simply being himself. The journey to becoming this man starts with understanding and embodying these 5 rules. Once you stop chasing, stop over-explaining, and start leading with clarity, confidence, and calm, you will begin to attract women who respect you, desire you, and choose you without hesitation. So, the next time you find yourself second-guessing or trying to win her approval, remember this: you are already enough. You don't need to chase her. You don't need to perform. You simply need to stand firm in who you are and let your actions speak. If this video resonated with you and you're ready to stop chasing and start leading, hit that subscribe button to stay updated on more insights. Like and share this video with anyone who could benefit from this knowledge, and drop a comment below. Let's start a conversation about embracing these silent rules and becoming the man you were meant to be. Your thoughts matter, so let us know how you're planning to lead and reclaim your power today.